Hey everyone, welcome to Purling Through Life. My name's Melissa and I'm coming to you from the suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia. I hope everyone is doing well. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. So this is my channel and it's all about knitting and crochet and yarn. And today is an update video where I like to share with you all the things that I've been up to lately. And it has been 2 weeks since my last video, and that is because I've had a cold that is taking a long time to go away. I don't have COVID, but it's been a pretty bad cold. I am feeling very much better, but I apologize if I still sound very nasally or if I have to pause because I'm having a coughing fit, but I am feeling a lot better, and I thought, well, I'll get on here today. I woke up this morning and I've been doing things around the house, and I thought, well, you're feeling pretty good. You don't sound too bad. You're not coughing every 5 minutes, so maybe go ahead and do a video so that it's not too long in between videos. So here I am, and I have a lot to share with you. Well, a fair amount to share with you. I have 4 finished objects, 4 works in progress, and a bit of a yarn haul. So let's get started with my finished objects. And the first one is a pair of socks, knit socks, and these were a works in progress the last time I did a video, and they are complete now, and here they are. So these are DK socks, DK vanilla socks, and they match because I like my socks to match. And I got a lot of the information on how to make these socks from Kay of the Crazy Sock Lady. She has a free pattern for DK weight socks. So I didn't follow her pattern entirely, but I did get how many stitches to cast on from her pattern, which was 48 stitches, and the size needle to use, which I used a 3.25 millimeter needle. And then after that, I kind of did my own thing. I knit my socks cuff down, and I use magic loop, and I do a 2x2, and this is all information that I do for DK socks. What I do for vanilla or fingering weight socks is a little bit different, but so I cast on 48 stitches, and I knit my cuff 2x2 rib for 15 rounds. Excuse me. And I like to do a shorty socks, but I made these a little bit longer. So this is about 20 rows. A lot of times I just do 10 rows, but I wanted to split it in. I do an afterthought heel, and I wanted the afterthought heel to be in the middle of a stripe. So that's where I went about 20 rows. And so then I just knit this. I think this is about 50 rows. And then I just do a normal wedge toe with a Kitchener stitch, and I do an afterthought heel. And I like matchy socks, so they match. And I love them. I love the purples in them and a bit of pinks. And this, I think you're probably seeing this thinking it's red, but it's actually like a hot pink. Yep, so there we go. There they are, my first finished object. And the yarn that I used for this is from Freckled Whimsy, and here's their label. And these are on their Serendipity DK base, 75/25 superwash merino nylon, 245 yards, 100 grams. So that is the sock, the self-striping. And then it also comes with a 25-gram mini. Is it 25 grams? Yes. So she was doing 20-gram minis with her sock sets, but now she's gone up to 25 grams. So I have quite a bit of this left, and I just opted to do the heel, which is what I do a lot of times. So, and then this is what I have left over from the 100-gram skein. So I have this much left over, and then this. So that's what I have left over. And the colorway name for these is Goblin Party, and this is from their Halloween club for July 2024, and this was just extras she had. I don't belong to the Halloween club, but a lot of times she has extras, and you can buy them from her clubs. And it's a 12 stripe repeat. So that's it. That is it. That is my first finished object, and I need to get a sip of tea. Okay. Alrighty, so my second finished object is a knit dishcloth, and this is from the kitchen sink shop, and it is the October dishcloth, and it's called Sedona dishcloth, and here it is. So I have been doing all year long a dishcloth a month from the kitchen sink shop. And if you sign up for their newsletter, if you sign up for their newsletter at the beginning of every month, she will send you a free pattern to make a dishcloth. And so this is the dishcloth for October, and I have kept up, and this is I love the size of these dishcloths. This one I think is even a little bit smaller than the others, but I like that they're not too big. So there is that one. And this was knit with a 3.25 millimeter needle, and all of her patterns, her dishcloth patterns, call for cotton yarn, worsted weight cotton yarn, and a 3.25 millimeter needle. So that is it. And then the yarn that I used is, this is a Hobby Lobby yarn. I love this cotton. There's the label. And this skein is a 100-gram skein, and I think this is the third washcloth I have knit with this skein of yarn. And I don't know, I'd have to weigh it, but I might have enough for one more. So the colorway is ivory, and it's 100 grams, 180 yards, 100% cotton, and it's a worsted weight. So there is that finished object. Whoop, that's the back side. There we go. Like I said, I really love the size of these. I don't really use these. I could use this one as a washcloth, actually. This one seems like I definitely, if I were to use these, although these are all going to be Christmas gifts, probably for two of my girls that like these, like the knitted or the crocheted. Excuse me. They like the knitted or crochet dishcloths / washcloths. But this, if I were to use these, I would not like them as dishcloths, but I don't mind them as much for washcloths. So there we go. There's that one, and I'm all up to date. And I have 2 more to do for the year, and then it'll be 12, and I will, like I said, give them out as Christmas gifts. And then my third finished object is a crocheted object. And you all saw this. It's an amigurumi. It's a cactus amigurumi. It is so cute. And here it is. It's adorable. So this came out of a kit that I bought at Barnes & Noble. I'll just show you the box. It's got very little in it now because I've been using it. But there was a box. This was a box from Barnes & Noble. And it came with the yarn, the crochet hook, and a pattern book. And here's the pattern book. It is Cuddly Cacti Crochet. And there are 12 patterns in here. And it came with enough yarn. It says it came with enough yarn to make 2 of the patterns. And it told you which 2 patterns that there was enough yarn for. And this was one of them. But I don't think I have enough yarn to make the second pattern. And this one is called the Silver Ball Cactus. And there it is. And so the kit came with everything. It came with the yarn, obviously. It came with a crochet hook, a 3-point. Let me see. I think I wrote stuff down here. A 3.5 millimeter hook. And it was a decent metal hook. Not bad. And it came with the eyes, but I don't remember the second one. Well, the second one, I guess, doesn't have eyes because it only came with 1 set of eyes. And then some thread to do a little embroidery. And there's a little flower at the top. And the yarn is really rough yarn. Really rough yarn. But I don't know. I'm assuming it's just 100% acrylic. I don't know. And then stuffing too. I don't have... Do I have any of the stuffing? I don't think I have any of the stuffing left. Did I put it in something else? I can't remember. But anyway, so there it is. He's really cute. And my grandson says he wants him. So it's yours now, Ellijay. I have shown everybody. So now you are free to take it. So there he is. And let's see. I have one more finished object. And this is a big one. And I have been working on this for a long time, probably since June. And that is the This or That wrap by Ambah O'Brien. And it's done. If you've been following my channel, you have... Oh, have an end to clip off. Is that weaved in? Oh, I haven't clipped any of my ends. I have woven them all in, but I evidently didn't clip them yet. Because I must have been waiting to block it, but here it is. This is the This or That wrap by Ambah O'Brien, and this was a mystery knit along that started in June, and I think it went on for the month of, I don't know, it went on for like 4 weeks, and I finished it. I have finished it, and I'm really, really happy with it. I can kind of see that what I'm showing you, kind of, sort of. I wish that I could have blocked this more aggressively, or I could have blocked this more. I did not have. I keep saying that you need to get more blocking mats and pins and all that, but it's not like a fun thing to buy. So, but I do need to get more because I could have blocked this out even more, but it's still a good size. And if you're seeing ends here and there, all my ends are woven in. I forgot to snip them. I blocked it first and then was meant to snip them after, but I didn't. So I love it. I love it. So it's finished. So I actually finished one of the mystery knit-alongs that I am participating in. Yay. So there it is. It's finished. I'm really happy with it. Okay, so the yarns that I used, I have this much yarn left. These are the 3 colors. And these 2 right here are spun right round. And I still haven't looked up which is which, but here's the label. And here they are. These are 100% superwash merino, 438 yards. For 100 grams. And one of them is car wash and one of them is dream. I'm thinking this must be car wash. I don't really know, but it's one or the other. And I bought these. I could look it up easy enough because I bought these at my LYS Eat.Sleep.Knit, and I'm sure they still have some left. But there we go. Those are that's these 2 yarns. And then this yarn here is a Miss Babs yarn. Here's the label. Upside down. There is the label. This is on her tart base. And these are, her tart base are big skeins, hanks of yarn. They are 500 yards for 122 grams. And it's 75 superwash merino, 50 nylon, and 10% tencel. And this is Coastal Fog. So I have quite a bit of this left. I don't know. I'm sure it's more than 50 grams. So those were the 3 yarns. And then I used a 3.75 millimeter knitting needle on that. So that is all of my finished objects. So I'm going to pause you right here and switch stuff out and go ahead and get my works in progress, and I will be right back. So I have 4 works in progress. They are all knitting, and 2 of them are socks, and I will show you those first. And the first one is a works in progress that I have been working on for a little while, and I set it down for a moment, and I've picked it back up, and it's living in this bag here. This is a $80 bag. And this is actually a pattern sock. I normally do vanilla socks, but I'm doing a pattern on this. And it's called the Hermione's Everyday Sock, which I'm sure everyone's heard of. And it's a free pattern on Ravelry. And here is my progress. Now, I don't know where I was the last time I showed this. I didn't mark it, but I am much further along. And here it is. Here is what the sock looks like so far. I'll show you the front here. There's the pattern. It's a very simple pattern. It's easy to remember. It's a 4 pattern. It's a 4-row repeat. Here it is. And I'm doing a heel flap and gusset. I normally like to do an afterthought heel, but I'm following the pattern, although I'm not doing, so in the pattern, is it the Eye of Partridge heel? It's a bit different, and I was like, no, I didn't like that. I didn't like doing it, so I'm just doing a regular slip stitch heel flap. But there it is. And this is, I'm using a 2.25 millimeter needle, and I'm knitting them magic loop and cuff down. Cast on 64 stitches. I can't remember if the pattern comes in different sizes or not, but I cast on 64 stitches, and I did a 2x2 rib for 15 rounds, which I do on all of my socks. This might have called for 20 rounds. It might have called for a 1x1 rib, but I always do 15 rounds of a 2x2 rib for my socks, for fingering weight socks. So there it is, and I did do the heel flap and gusset. I am very close. I think I have, I'm very close to decreasing for the toe. I think I have like maybe a ½ inch more to go. So there it is. And so this is the first sock. Yeah, I haven't started the second sock. And here's the yarn that I'm using right here. And this is so it's not like oh, that's the wrong sock. So it's kind of a rougher yarn. It's not like superwash merino nylon, soft. It's kind of, what would you be more familiar with? Like, the West Yorkshire Spinners, signature 4-ply, or the, I'm drawing a blank as to some other, so I'm drawing a blank. I'm trying to think of all the different names. Opal, I think. It's more like that. But this is Superba Vintage. There's the label. And it's 100 grams. And it has 420 meters, 75/25, virgin wool, and polyamide. And I don't know if it has I'm not sure if it has a colorway or not. But yeah, I'm not really sure. But there it is, and there is what I'm working from. Excuse me. So that is my first works in progress. I don't mind these. They're still really comfortable on your feet. It's a bit fuzzier, a bit more halo, but I love the colorway. I love it. So there is that. And then I started a new pair of socks. And these will be vanilla socks. And they are living in this bag, another $2 bag, but this is a Halloween bag. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that, I want to show you. I love this bag. So there is one side, and here is the other side. And it's a bit bigger than a lot of her bags, her sock size bags, her small bags. And look at the inside. And I think these bags technically are reversible, but look at the inside fabric. I love her taste in fabric. I love it. So this is the progress. This sock, I haven't done much on it, but here it is, what I have done. And so this will be another vanilla sock. It is a 2.25 millimeter needle on magic loop, and everything else the same. 64 stitches, 2x2 rib for 15 rounds. And then I'll do a shorty sock for 20 rounds and place my heel. The only difference in this one is that I used a contrasting color for the cuffs, which I think I'm going to use for the cuffs, the heel, and the toe. I think I'm going to, but look at this. It's very fall. And this is the yarn here. And this is by Freckled Whimsy. So it comes with the 100-gram skein, and then this is the 25-gram mini. And this is for their monthly club that I did sign up for October. The monthly self-striping club for October 2024. Here's their label. And this yarn here, this is called the Great Pumpkin Patch, and it's a 12-stripe repeat. So it's a full 100-gram skein and 25-gram mini, and it's 75/25 superwash merino nylon. This is 460 yards, and it's on their Serendipity base. So there we go. So there's lots of nice. Oh, I can't wait to get to more of the colors, because I think now it's going to be like a pale yellow, and then it kind of goes to like a mid yellow, and then there is some green in there and beige. Just look at it. Oh, and because it's a 25-gram mini, and just because I just love the colors, I think I'm going to regret it when I have to weave in all the ends, but I will do the heel. And I was thinking about doing the heel flap and gusset. I'm not sure that I will. I don't know. Maybe I will. Because I think I think I've figured out a way watching other people, other content creators who knit self-striping socks, and they do a heel flap and gusset, and it doesn't mess up the stripes. So we'll see. We shall see, because doing the other sock, it's kind of nice. I don't have to go back. Once the sock is done, it's done. Once I finish the toe, the sock is done. I don't have to go back and do the heel. So we'll see. I just love it though. So I did 2 pairs of Halloween socks, both from Freckled Whimsy, and then these are just fall socks, like for till Thanksgiving. Yay, I love them. So there is that. And I think I said everything. I think so. Okay, so my next works in progress is kind of living in this bag. Some of it is and some of it isn't. Here we go. And this is from Hannah Lou Designs, and you can buy her bags or purchase her bags on the Bumblebee Acres website, and they dye beautiful yarn, and when they have updates, they usually have some bags, but these bags go quick. And this was an update for Harry Potter. They did a Harry Potter update. So this is a gnome that is almost done, and this was another make along, and this is the Someone to Write Gnome About by Imagined Landscapes, and the make along is over with. I am almost done. I have all of the parts done. I just have to sew them together, which I will admit is the part I don't like. And I have to block the hat, and I am missing a skein of yarn. That's okay. Well, here it is, actually. So here is the gnome with his hat. Now, his hat has to be blocked. I've shown this, but here he is. And this was written for self-striping yarn, so you didn't have to, but it asks you, it calls for self-striping yarn to do your hat. Look at that. And then I have a fat gnome. My gnome is fat. A little bit fatter than he should be. So there is the gnome with his hat that I do have to block. And then here's his nose. His nose. And I did finish his beard, although it's a she. There's the beard. I finished that. Well, I haven't finished it. I'm debating. It wants you, I don't really know if I care to do this or not, but I want you to pick up stitches along the edge to kind of, you know, to make that look nice. I probably will, because it probably won't take too long. So I guess I'm not done with this yet. I don't really know if it really looked that bad, really. Anyway, there's the beard, and then this is the best part. The first clue, it had you knit, it had you knit the nose, and then it had you knit some legs, right? And then the last clue, it had you add on to the legs and make socks. And look at these. Oh my gosh, they are cute. Isn't that adorable? Oh my goodness. Aren't they cute? And of course, I had to make socks match. So the socks, so I didn't buy a kit or anything, but I had all this yarn that matched. So this is, even though this matches this yarn is part of the self-striping. Obviously, it's, it didn't self-stripe like this because it's a lot less rows, but isn't that adorable? Oh my goodness. They're so cute. And then, so you have to stuff the foot. You have to stuff the foot and then leave the rest of it unstuffed and then sew it on. I just haven't done it yet, but it's adorable. It's so cute. It's so cute. Oh, I love that. So I need to just get that done with. And the needles that I used for these was a 2.25 millimeter needle, and then, but the beard was knit with a 2.5 millimeter needle. And then these are the the 3 yarns that I picked out of my stash. They're scraps, and these are Knit Picks yarns. This one is Felici, and this one is Stroll, and they're very similar. There's the colors. Let's see. This one is Duchess Heather. And I think this one is Cork. It's all fingering weight. No, Treacle. That's Treacle. And then this yarn, I can't remember the name of it again. It's by West Yorkshire Spinners. It's their signature 4-ply. And it's Passion something or other. I can't remember. But that is what I have left of that. So he should be done. And I think I have, yeah, this is the side I want. I like better, I think. That's why I have that there. Or maybe not. I don't know. Oh, there he is. My gnome. He's going to look so cute. Oh, it's going to be cute. So I have to get that done. It won't even take me that long. So there's that works in progress. Nearly finished. And of course I stopped because I don't like to do, I hate sewing the stuff on. Sorry. All right, so my last one is another mystery knit along, and it is the Stephen West mystery knit along. It is the Go Go Dynamo MKAL. And I'm very proud of myself for the progress that I've made. I am still on Clue 1, and Clue 3 will be released tomorrow. Today is Wednesday, the 16th, I think. And Clues come out on Thursday, so Clue 3 will come out tomorrow. And I have got nearly all of Clue 1 done, and I'm happy with that because I start something and then, like now, I just don't really feel like knitting on it, right? So for me, that's pretty good. So anyway, it's living in this bag, and this is a Nomadic Yarns bag. And I thought it was appropriate for Halloween. And here is what I have so far. I'm loving it. I love the colors. Here is what I have so far. There's, it's probably gonna be a little awkward to show. Just trying to get everything out of here. So let's see. Here we go. Should I show you the yarn? No, I'll just show you this first. So I hope I don't have to put a spoiler alert, but I guess I'm about to show it if you don't want to see. Oh, the yarn management has been a pain in the butt, but I have all my ends woven in. I haven't cut any of them, but there have been a lot of ends, and I do have them woven in so far. But here we go. So here we go. So you started out, see this right here, and you will see some ends sticking down. But you see this here, this half circle, you knitted 3 of these, and then you attached them with this triangle. So there we go. And it just goes on and on and on. Yep. So there it is. And so there's like 300 stitches on here so far. And so I have one, well, I haven't really got that much more of clue 1 and then, you know, on to clue 2. And I'll just say this, clue 2 has some brioche in it, which is fine. But there's also what's called a mohair dare. And you do the mohair dare with the brioche, which I'm not so sure about. And I did buy some mohair as a kind of a, this is part of my acquisitions, but I'll go ahead and show it to you now. I bought some mohair, here we go, to go with this, because it said you have your main color. This is my main color. Oh, look at that. That's showing up good. My main color, and then your contrast color. And it said the mohair would be good if it went with your contrast color. So I wasn't going to do mohair at all, but I went shopping, yarn shopping, and I saw this. I thought, well, it goes well with the contrast color. But you just knit with this yarn to do the brioche, which I don't think is, I've never knit with mohair before. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look how thin that is. And in his video, you actually double the strands and knit the brioche section. I just don't think, I've knit one brioche thing before, and it was a cowl, and it was in the round. So I'm not really, I do want to do the brioche, and I've never knit with mohair, but I don't know if knitting with both of them is a good idea. So I may not use this for the challenge because I do want to knit the brioche and learn that a bit better. So I don't think I'm going to use the mohair. You don't have to. You can just use your 2 colors, and that's what I think I'm going to do. So these are my colors, and this actually, these 2 colors here they are, they're Malabrigo, and these are actually so there was on the Stephen and Penelope website, they had kits for the make along, and Malabrigo, there were a few kits from Malabrigo. And so I didn't buy the kit from Stephen and Penelope because that would have been a lot of money in shipping, you know, because they're in Amsterdam. But my LYS, Eat.Sleep.Knit, has a very, very large selection of Malabrigo. So I just took the colors off the website and went to Eat.Sleep.Knit and bought the colors. So this technically is a kit. It just wasn't purchased as a kit from Stephen and Penelope. So they're Malabrigo, and you have 2 of each color. That's what's required, 2 of each color. And let's go ahead. So here's the label. It's on their sock base. There's their label. And this is the colorway. It's Abril. There it is. And that's what this one is. Look at the, I love it. Look at the blue in there with the purple or the teal. I love it. And it is 100% superwash merino, 440 yards, 100 grams. So it says sock, but there's no nylon in it. So I never could figure that out, but whatever. So there's that first one. And then the second one, everything is the same. And the second one is reflecting pool. Everything is the same. So that would have been good. I have a lot of yarn that's this color. I'm sure I do. I don't know if you can. Yeah, I do. So this can go with something else. I just don't think it'd be a good idea to do the brioche and use the mohair to, you know, essentially learn how to do brioche with mohair. I'm not, I just don't think that's a good idea. So, because I've never, and look, it looks like it just would be really difficult if you made a mistake. You know, already I don't know how to fix mistakes with brioche. That, because look, it just clings together. I have to save it for something else. So there we go. I'm really, really, really happy with my colors. I love them. And I'm using a 3.5 millimeter knitting needle, my High Sharps interchangeables. So is that it? That is it. That's all of my works in progress. So let me go ahead and clear all of this up, and then I'll be right back with you to show you some yarn that I bought. So see you in a second. So now on to some yarn that I purchased recently. And all of this yarn was purchased at the Strings and Stitches yarn shop, which is in Ellijay, Georgia. And I love to go to their shop. I have quite a few yarn hauls from their shop on my channel. I love the ladies that run the shop, and I love the variety of yarns that they have. So all of this yarn was purchased because my birthday is coming up. It's at the end of October. So this is an early birthday present. And let me show you what I got. So the first thing I already showed you, it is this mohair silk. I ended up getting 2 of these. And this is the Barocco Aerial yarn. I can't really show you the label because there's a price tag right over it. So, but there's the label. So it's 65% mohair and 35% silk. And like I said earlier, I was going to use this in my shawl, but in my Go-Go Dynamo shawl, but I will not, probably won't be using it now. So it's a lace weight. It is extremely thin. I've never used mohair before. Let's see. There is no colorway that I can see, but it's color number 3441, and it's 25 grams, 284 yards. So I have 2 of these, and I don't know what I'm going to do with. And then I saw they had a sample, a hat and cowl sample, knit up with this yarn here, and I just fell in love with it. Thought it was beautiful. And this is the yarn that these samples were knit with. And this is a Barocco Fica or Fica, I'm not sure. There's the label. So I got 3 of these, and you see all of the speckles of yarn, or speckles of color in there. I got 3 of these. Just beautiful. So soft, really, really, really soft. So it's a DK weight yarn, and it is 100% superwash fine merino. And the color number is 7026. And it's 100 grams, 301 yards. So, and I have written down the hat. I do have it written down somewhere, but the hat, if I can remember, I will put it in the description box below. But the hat and cowl set, that was a sample. I do have the pattern name for that. And I'll put it down in the description box below because it was beautiful. So there is that yarn. And then next, some sock yarns. So the first one is this yarn here. And this is a Lang Super Socks Color 4-ply Lang yarns. And I'm going to knit my husband some socks. And I don't know if you can see the self-striping pattern right there, what it will knit up like. So there we go. So this yarn is similar to that other yarn that I showed you in the feel of it. Like it's not super soft like superwash merino nylon. Let's see, what is it made with? Yes, 75% virgin wool and 25 polyamide or nylon. It's got, yeah. And I doubt there's a colorway. It's just a color number. It's 100 grams, 420 meters. So I'm going to knit my husband some socks. Oh, they take me forever, but I just thought, usually his socks, he just wants like brown or blue, dark blue, just one color. It's very boring. But these, and he said he would like these. So that might be a bit more interesting to knit up. Because he's got big feet and they take me considerably longer because he doesn't like them too short either. So there we go. I got that. And then the other sock yarn I got is let me just take this. I'm just going to show you the label because I don't think I can say any of this. I'm going to get the sticker off there. So this is the sock yarn. And this is the label. It's pretty, pretty, pretty. And let's see, it is 60% superwash, 20% silk, and 20% polyamide. It's 100 grams, 420 meters. It's really, really soft. Beautiful colors. Yeah, I'm not even gonna, it's from Austria. And I don't want to butcher the name, but there is the label. Beautiful. And then I got some Emma's yarn because they carry a lot of that. And this is the first one I got. And these will go together, hopefully, in something. I thought they would match well. But here's the first one. Excuse me. The more and more I'm talking, I feel like my voice is getting worse and worse. I apologize. Here is the Emma's yarn label. It's crazy beautiful color, super silky. And this is on the, oh God, that's a great name. I guess it's a super silky base because it has 80% superwash merino, 20% silk. And it is 400 yards, 100 grams, and it's a 2-ply. And it's, the name of this is Wish You Were Beer. That's a great name. I didn't even notice that, but I got 2 of these. So soft. And then I got this color, 2 of these, because I thought they would go really well. And everything is the same. Everything's the same. And this is called Heavy Pour. But I thought these 2 went really well together. So there we go. 2 of these, 4 of these. Some other things that I'd like to share with you today are some patterns that I would like to knit in the future. And the first one is called the Socks of Skywalker. And these are actually 4 separate sock patterns. And you can purchase them as a bundle, which I did before they were released. And then each pattern was released individually. And now you can still buy the bundle or you can purchase them individually. And all of these patterns are by Lisa K. Ross, also known as Paper Daisy Creations. And because I am a big Star Wars fan, I thought I would show you what each sock pattern looked like. So I'm going to give you the name of the pattern, and then I'm going to pop up a picture of what the sock looks like. So, and I think that these are in order of how they were released. So the first one is called Rebel Hero. And then the next one is called Only Hope. And the third one is called Dark Side. And then the fourth and final one, which also happens to be my favorite, is called Force Awakened. So I don't think I'll get to these until the first of the year, but I really would love to make, hopefully I would make all of these, but the last one I really would like to make. So those are the first thing I'd like to show you. And then the second thing is I feel like knitting some hats, and I came across this hat. I think it came out in February of this year, and this is the Briar Nate hat. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. And that's by Stephen West. I believe he also has a sweater in this pattern, but I really love this. And this is a DK weight hat. And I think it says here, I wrote this down, you need 190 to 300 yards of a DK weight yarn. My voice is going, I'm very sorry. And there are 3 sizes available. So I would really love to knit that hat. So those are some patterns. And then there is one last thing that I'd like to talk to you about. As you all may or may not know, this weekend, October 18th through the 20th, would have been the Southeastern Animal Fiber Fair, and that is something that my husband and I go to every year, but this year it has been canceled due to the fact that it is in Fletcher, North Carolina, and that is in the area that has been devastated by Hurricane Helene. In fact, the WNC Agricultural Center, I think that's what it's called, the building that holds SAF, is now being used as a shelter for victims of the hurricane. So that won't be happening this year, and it's very sad, but I very much understand. I'm actually, it's a little surreal because I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and the hurricane, it's like it passed over us. And the way they predicted it, we were supposed to get hit a lot worse than we were. But the hurricane, it moved east and it saved us, but it devastated another area. And it's like, as I'm sitting there up that night when the hurricane was hitting, and I'm thinking, okay, this isn't so bad. Wow, this is, thank you, Lord, thank you, Lord. And then to see the devastation that other people have suffered it's heartbreaking. My heart goes out to everyone affected by this. So there will be no SAF, but I would like to mention a couple of things that we all could do to maybe help those, those affected by this. First, I'm going to put a link in the description box for the vendors that would have attended SAF this year, and maybe you could go ahead and purchase something from them. So I'm going to do that. And then there is also, I saw this on Instagram, and it's from Hearts on Fiber, and that is a yarn shop in North Carolina, and they have a Instagram, and I'll link all of that below. But they are doing they are collecting warm weather accessories for those affected by Hurricane Helene. If you're in the area, you can go to their yarn store and drop the items off, or you can knit some hats or some gloves and scarves or whatever, and you can mail it to them, and then they will distribute, or they will give them to organization and people that are able to distribute those items to people in need. And they also have something else that I thought was clever. They have, if you wanted to donate yarn for them to give to makers who can make accessories for these people. I will leave a link to their Instagram page with all of the information on where you can send items and how you can help. I will do that. And we were hearing a lot about what's happening in North Carolina, and now, of course, we're not hearing as much. But I don't know if you've ever were able to go to this area in Western North Carolina, but for me, it is and I haven't been a ton of places, but it is one of the most beautiful places I have ever been to. It is beautiful, and it'll stay beautiful because it just will. It will remain beautiful. And let's just pray for the people that they're able to rebuild and that they're able to get their lives back, and that they find some comfort in all the things they've lost. I'm sorry, I really feel for these people, and we just all really, really need to pray for them. So that is all that I have to share with you today. I appreciate you watching my video. If you're still watching, I very much appreciate it. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I will see you soon. So until then, bye for now.